How was the Spartacus rebellion crushed? The Romans didn't crush Spartacus's revolt in a single battle. It took years and several failed attempts. The first time they stopped, it was before it even began. Somehow, the plan for a slave uprising at the gladiator school of Lentulus Batiatus was discovered. Either someone betrayed the plot, or the owner caught wind of it. Still, about 70 gladiators, led by Spartacus, managed to escape. They quickly defeated the small force sent to capture them. Rome responded by sending 3,000 soldiers under Gaius Claudius Glaber. He trapped the rebels on top of Mount Vesuvius, cutting off all escape routes. But Spartacus's men crafted ropes from vines, climbed down the mountain at night, flanked the Roman camp, and wiped it out. Now the Senate realized this wasn't just a gang of runaway slaves. Thousands of fugitives and even some free people were joining Spartacus. Rome sent more troops, but each time the rebels won. By the time Spartacus commanded an army of 70,000, the Senate took serious action. 2 consular armies, each made up of 2 legions, marched out. Spartacus crushed one of them completely. The other army fought against his lieutenant, Crixus, killing 2/3 of his 30,000 men. But Spartacus kept winning. Rome's forces were beaten and forced to retreat. Rome needed stronger leadership. They summoned Pompey the Great from Spain and gave command of 8 legions to Marcus Licinius Crassus. He immediately imposed harsh discipline, decimating units that had fled in previous battles. Crassus didn't split his forces. Instead, he used attrition, hunting rebel detachments, punishing sympathetic towns, and tightening the noose. Spartacus, now caught between Crassus's army and Pompey's incoming forces, pulled south to the tip of Italy, near Rhegium. What was his plan? Some claim Spartacus made a deal with pirates to ferry his army to Sicily, but there's no solid evidence. Regardless, Crassus wasn't taking chances. He built a 55-kilometer-long trench across the peninsula, topped with an embankment and fortified wall. Spartacus was boxed in, and yet he escaped again. His men filled part of the trench with earth and broke through one night, taking losses but slipping past the line. Soon, Pompey entered Italy from the north. Another Roman army under Marcus Terentius Varro Lucullus arrived from the east. Crassus struck first, defeating a rebel force near Lake Lucanus and killing over 12,000. Only 2 bodies had wounds on their backs. Everyone else had died facing the enemy. The end came near the source of the Silurus River. Spartacus's army was exhausted and outnumbered. Rome crushed them. 6,000 captives were crucified along the Appian Way between Capua and Rome. Another 6,000 tried to escape, but Pompey caught and killed them. Spartacus died in the final battle. His body was never found. Small bands of rebels continued fighting for a few more years. One group even captured the city of Thurii the following year, until Gaius Octavius, father of the future Emperor Augustus, retook it. From just a few dozen escaped gladiators, Spartacus had forged a rebel army that shook the Roman Republic. His uprising remains one of the most iconic rebellions in history. If you enjoyed this story, give it a like and subscribe. See you in the next episode.